There it is, our Ferrari. Who would have ever thought this was a Ferrari with so many ups and downs? This could have gone wrong so many times, but it also could have gone really well. Our intake is full of oil. This happened because the previous owner overfilled the engine, so it all ended up in the intake. After that, we didn't drain the engine yet. It was full of sludge. This could be caused by a blown head gasket, but we didn't give up. We decided to open it up. And it also turned out that the timing belts had completely lost their tension. And this could have had fatal consequences. We've already driven nearly 250 kilometers with it. Unbelievable machine. But we need to make one adjustment. That's the sound. While you have the looks, you lack the sound. It nearly resembles a vacuum cleaner. Listen to this clip. I have to say, from the outside, it sounds a lot better than from the inside. It really only comes to life in third gear, or something like that. From the inside, you don't really get that Ferrari driving experience. Of course, there are logos everywhere, but not the sound, and that really annoys us. That's why we're going to make this modification today. From the outside, it already sounds pretty cool. It should always sound like a Ferrari, and I'm forgetting a very important component. We'll get to that in a moment. As you can see next to me, we have a complete oil change ready. The Ferrari has been idling for quite a while now. All the fluids are extremely hot. That's why we're going to add a bit of oil first. After idling in the oil for 15 minutes, we'll drain the engine oil and see what we find. Whether the head gasket is actually broken, let us know in the comments what you think before we do this. Is the head gasket really broken? Who knows? We're about to find out. Let's go. This should be the last time it goes on the lift. We're going to give it a complete oil change, and of course, we're going to do an exhaust modification. And as the icing on the cake, we're also going to replace the engine control unit of the gearbox because it's shifting pretty slowly. With this modification, it'll become a real race car. As you know, the Ferrari 360 comes in two models. The Challenge Stradale, which is the fastest version Ferrari has ever made. And we've actually managed to get our hands on the automatic computer from that model. It shifts much faster, which means the clutch lasts longer in the car. So it's more driving experience, faster shifting, less slip. Of course, we're going to drain the oil first because we want to check if there's any coolant in the oil. If that's the case, we'll have to take apart the whole engine, which we want to avoid. Let's lift the car and see what happens. It's going to look good or bad, guys. The moment is here. Hallelujah, baby. Well, this is just clean oil. I'll grab a flashlight, guys. I don't know if you can see it, but this is just clean oil. Take a look. It's just transparent. Yeah, this is good. This looks good. Good news, guys. Fantastic. Yes. Look at that. No chocolate milk, yes. The final test. Are you really going to taste it? Really done too.
I taste no sweetness, only bliss.
He's just good fun. And he has two drain plugs. So we're going to do this one as well. And then we've drained all the fluids, at least the engine oil. Then we'll continue with the gearbox, the F1, and then we'll have had a full service. I think another 5 liters will come out of here. Oh, holy moly. Well, now you can clearly see what color the oil is, right? It's a bit warm, isn't it? Yeah, of course, the gauge was at 90 degrees. Moisture will evaporate from your oil, especially with a functioning crankcase ventilation valve. That's important. That was easy. Yes. Here we are, standing behind a stripped Ferrari. As you can see, this is our exhaust system. We have exhausts on both the left and right, and that will stay the same. The biggest difference will be in the box. We're getting a much smaller box in return and an X-pipe. I think that's going to produce a lot more sound and especially a much deeper tone. What we're going to do now is disassemble this. Something else that's fun to mention. Before we installed this exhaust system, I had made our valve system in the exhaust operational. Soon we won't need any of that, because it's all straight pipe without a valve system, just a different muffler. Be sure to keep watching, subscribe for a moment, and let me know in the comments if you think this is a fun and fitting modification for a Ferrari like this. These are the gaskets we're going to reuse on our new exhaust. Bada bing, bada boom. Well, the boombox is out and this is the one that's going in. I have to say, in terms of weight, we're making a huge improvement. This one is really heavy, but this one is super light. It still needs to sound like a supercar, and with this, I think it'll work. Yeah, that one hasn't been removed in a while. We always check first if any dirt comes loose before you actually start loosening the drain plug. I'm secretly curious what color the oil will be after 12 years without being changed. Similar to how that Lamborghini Gallardo was. Okay, that was that, but luckily no gears. With that Lambo, a bunch of gears came out, unbelievable, right? But those weren't gears, they were balls from the bearings. If you remember, we had our Lamborghini Gallardo gearbox overhauled because it was producing so many metal shavings. Unbelievable, but this seemed more like liquid packing that came out. Nothing shocking really, but a mini dipstick for your gearbox oil, which is super funny because yeah, you actually just fill it up with 3.5 liters of oil as the manufacturer indicates, but you also have a dipstick. Well, we've never experienced anything like this before, have we? Just for the viewers. We spent about 2 hours trying to get the oil filter off. We tried to get it loose with all kinds of tools, and in the end, we managed to create a little movement. By, let's say, using an oil filter wrench and that tool, look at how the oil filter came out. That really shows how stuck it was. We greased it, as you can see, but what's important is it came loose. The neighbors suggested smashing a screwdriver through it, but we're not doing that. Because once it tears open, it loses its strength, and then you won't be able to get it off at all. Look at this. This is the tripod. It wasn't this one that was tightened so hard, because this thing actually tightens itself in. Just to be clear, I ordered this tool from AliExpress, right? Do you need a special tool for your Ferrari? Buy this thing, so yeah. Put a new oil filter on. Do you also think it's useful to fill an oil filter first and then install it like that? Yes guys, I'm super hyped. It's a new day here. We're about to hear the car with our new exhaust system. We've already got dirty gloves on. We've already started changing the fluids. We used a pump, we've sucked out containers and refilled them, so we're going to change it step by step. We don't have the expensive Ferrari computers available, for example, to operate the F1 system. This way, it goes through all the gears and you can, for example, keep it under constant pressure to fully empty it. What we did is we drained it, refilled it, and we're going to repeat this process a few times. I would say, let's install the exhaust now, our lightweight exhaust, and then we can hear it roar later, guys, with a supercar sound. This is just an exhaust that I think I can install by myself. The other one, there's no way I could get out on my own. So here we go. If I can do it, you can do it at home too. I'm here, I'm disconnecting the vacuum valve control, I should say capping it off. If you leave these open, so if you leave those lines open, you'll just get a vacuum leak. So what you do is, you basically just screw a bolt in, secure it with a hose clamp, and then you've disconnected the system. We have secured the end tips. One thing is still loose though, that's a support, because we still need to adjust how it fits into the bumper. So what we're going to do now is install the bumper. And then we can make an estimate of the height at which the exhaust should hang. To secure it, because you want it to fit nicely in the bumper. Hyped, like we always are for moments like this. We're officially going to start the car for the first time with our new exhaust system. Here we go, guys. Does it sound better or not? What? This is exactly how a Ferrari should sound. Wow, don't you? Do you want to give it a little rev? A little one? Sure. Wow. Really sick. I hope you guys can hear us, because this thing sounds super awesome. We still have one thing left to do, and that's our race engine control unit. We still need to install it for the gearbox, and for that we're going to open up our roof, because then you can easily reach it. So let's go. It sounds awesome, and soon it'll shift even better too. That F1 computer from the Challenge Stradale, that's going to be even crazier, so faster shift times with better sound. I really can't wait. Don, where is that computer?
It's actually really easy. It's right here behind the seat. Just undo 4 screws and you're there.
Alright guys, we've just replaced our engine control unit. This is the original one. It just simply says Ferrari on it, and the other one says Stradale. And that's for the faster shifting moments. I'm really curious to see how it's going to drive now. It's going to be a completely different experience, especially with the exhaust and the faster shifting, staying in the revs longer, letting the clutch come up faster. Ah, guys, this thing is really becoming awesome. Soon I won't even want to sell it anymore. I'm totally in love with this thing. Man, let's go. What have we built? This thing sounds so insane, guys. It's unreal. What did you just say? You have that Gintami feeling, right?
Yeah, actually, I can't really compare those to each other.
But anyway, this thing should have come like this from the factory. Seriously, the way we drove with that stock exhaust, and that thing just sounded okay. From the outside, but inside there was no real driving experience except that you're in a Ferrari.
Wow, did you have it in sport mode?
Yes, I did.
People are wondering why those guys are in a convertible or Ferrari in this weather. How many degrees is it anyway?
I think it's around 8 degrees.
12.
Oh, that's not too bad. Do a downshift, one more. Now people expect a Ferrari instead of a vacuum cleaner. I never thought I'd have a Ferrari, really, and now I have one, and it sounds absolutely insane too. Let's let Vivaldi hear us driving by, you know? Oh wow. As you know, we drained the oil and there was nothing in it. No fluid, no coolant, no water, nothing. So the problem is solved. Do you want to buy a Ferrari? For sale soon. We're going to downshift. Now with that fast computer, it seems to do it faster too, or something. Hey, listen to this. That was only a flame, nothing more. Oh, that thing, this one really needs to go to Italy, to those mountain roads. Man, oh my god. The exhaust system is installed, our fast engine control unit for the gearbox is installed, 6,000 euros in modifications. Is it worth it? We're about to find out. With this positivity, I want to end this episode. Wow. So don't forget to subscribe and give a thumbs up if you think that exhaust, yes, that exhaust is also made for you. Oh guys. If we hadn't done our repair properly, it would have been over a long time ago, but we'll see you at the next chow.